For your information, this story is not my personal story, but is one of my friends. Her name is Miranda, and one day she did her typical morning routines right before school, messaging people on Snapchat while walking. Around 20 minutes later, she arrived at her school. However, then she immediately realized that something weird. There was no one outside of the school. At first, she thought that everyone just entered inside, or that she was kind of late, so ended up shrugging off and quickly walked into school. She tried to message her friends, but no one responded at that time. No service? But I have full bars on my phone though. The inside of the building was quiet when she entered, and she noticed that there was also no one around. She was even more confused and didn't know what to do. She began to walk to her class. As she went past the cafeteria, she saw that there was only one person in there, and his head was down. When she was about to pass by, and at that moment, she realized that there was blood below the person. She froze in the spot. Just then, her phone buzzed, and it was a Snapchat notification from one of her friends. "Hey, there's a shooter in the building, and the person already shot a few people." Obviously, Miranda freaked out at that moment. She started to run out of the building. To tell the truth, Miranda was a very lucky girl. As Miranda ran out of the building, the shooter, who was in the office that was next to the exit, didn't see her because he was stabbing a student at the same time. After the cops entered the building, the massive killer already killed himself. Fortunately, almost everyone was evacuated, but there were a total of 7 deaths and over a dozen injured. One of Miranda's friends, who didn't respond to her, was one of the people that were killed. And actually, her friend was the one in the cafeteria that was laying his head down. Miranda eventually went to the police station to watch the security footage, and as she watched the video, it turned out that the man stabbing someone in the office slowly raised the gun and pulled the trigger towards her running to the exit. However, he ended up failing because the gun was out of bullets. Although the school now has more security guards all around the building, along with more police officers and more cameras and metal detectors around all areas, she doesn't go to that school anymore. If he had one more bullet, she would have been a goner. She thanks God every day that she eventually had survived from hell.